StadiumDB.com presents Ranking Bundesliga Stadiums Season 2024-2025. Guten Tag, or maybe Guten Abend, depending on the time you're watching the video. For some, the Bundesliga is a farmers' league, for others it is synonymous with solidity. For skeptics and enthusiasts, we present all the arenas on German soil. Especially for you, we conducted an editorial vote to determine our ranking. Each of us awarded the stadium's points from 1 to 18. 1 point meant the worst venue and 18 points the best. We then calculated the average scores, and this is how we came up with a list of 18 arenas. We'll start with the stadium deemed the worst and end with the best. 18th place. Holstein-Stadion. Capacity 15,034. Holstein-Kiel. The editor's decision was unanimous. Everyone awarded this arena 1 point. The Kiel Stadium is simply not impressive. Built in 1922, it is one of the oldest in Germany. The last major modernization work took place in the 1950s and was forced by the activities of an Austrian watercolorist. The stadium, which was on the receiving end, even in the second division, needs to be upgraded to meet new standards. Will Bundesliga boost be enough, or will more radical steps like those of the wartime era be needed? 17th place. Millerntor-Stadion. Capacity 29,546. FC St. Pauli. Another stadium straight out of the Middle Ages, appearance half a level higher, standards perhaps even lower, as in 2011 the arena became recognizable not by the fantastic quality of the team, but by the nightclub boxes where bored fans preferred to watch female employees of the premises. However, offering primarily football over the years, the venue is the ideal for father fans who can leave their kids in the stadium's kindergarten. The buffet offers vegan and vegetarian dishes. Definitely a club with various interesting ideas, an arena not so much. 16th place. Voith-Arena. Capacity 15,000. FC Heidenheim. We move to Heidenheim, where after just one season in the Bundesliga the club will be playing in the European Cups. They have in their ranks, as the name of the best player in the team indicates, Jan Niklas Beste. The opening of the pitch dates back to 1971. The stadium has passed through several renovations, with the largest in 2013. One of the most recognizable features of the arena is the steeply sloping lighting mast, however did not allow for a higher place in our ranking. 15th place. Vonovia Ruhrstadion. Capacity 26,000. VfL Bochum. From hell to heaven. The team from Bochum stays in the Bundesliga at the 11th hour despite losing in the first playoff match 0-3. The stadium has a typical footballing rectangular layout. The pitch is surrounded on all sides by single-level, fully covered stands, and the space between the roof and stand is filled with glass walls. The venue is not far from the city center, but for fans we suggest a short trip to close Dortmund instead. 14th place. Stadion an der Alten Försterei. Capacity 22,012. FC Union Berlin. Fourth from the last in the Bundesliga in the 2023-24 season, a poor position in the stadium standings. Originally an arena in Oberschuneweide. Although the inauguration took place more than 100 years ago and the stadium has been modernized 6 times, a football fan might mistake the arena for a railway station. However, on entering the venue, one can see why it is named as such, namely in the old Forester's Lodge. The stadium is also known for its annual carol singing, which has been held here since 2003. 13th place. Mewa Arena. Capacity 33,305. FSV Mainz 05. We go up a level where our editors have already given higher scores. An arena in the middle of nowhere at the time of construction, as it is now. Outskirts of the city, poor communication. The facility was supposed to be very cheap. It came out as usual. A stadium with 4 independent stands connected only by glazing on the roof and facades, and a promenade around the stands. The arena is also a modern and ideal location for events. It offers modern technical equipment and catering infrastructure. 12th place. Wohninvest Weserstadion, capacity 42,100, Werder Bremen. We travel to northern Germany to the river Weser, where Werder's stadium has stood for almost 100 years. From 1930, the name Weserstadion was adopted. Used for political rallies, the arena was heavily affected during the World War. The removal of the running track and installation of temporary stands in 2002 added another 8,000 seats. The venue gained a classic football layout as well as a huge number of solar panels throughout the exterior, and although usually the Jupiters on the roof don't look too good, here it looks cool. 11th place, WWK Arena, capacity 30,660, FC Augsburg. A relatively young stadium, only or as old as 15 years. The stadium has a typical football rectangular layout and is located on a north-south axis. The auditorium is fully covered by a canopy. The pitch is 8 meters below ground level and the first rows of stands are slightly above the pitch. Surrounding the stadium are 3,500 parking spaces as well as 3 full-size training pitches. With its new illuminated neon facade, the stadium definitely looks better from the outside and has bumped up our awarded points a little. In the past, more international matches have been played here and local team matches in European Cups. 10th place, Voith-Arena, capacity 30,150, der SG 1899 Hoffenheim. If you were driving on Motorway 6, you probably passed Rhein-Neckar Stadium. The arena was built in 2009 on the outskirts of the town, but despite this, road connectivity and the prospect of a rapid tram and rail link make this a convenient location. It has welcomed the Champions League in the past, and this year Hoffenheim will play in the Europa League. Will the club from the village near to Sinsheim make it out of the group in the upcoming European Cup season? Write in the comments. Phew! We're already halfway through the material, so it's a good time to ask you to like the video. Thanks a lot! In a moment you'll get to know our top Bundesliga stadiums. Will there be any surprises? 9th place, Volkswagen Arena, capacity 30,000, VfL Wolfsburg. Unusual, especially if you look up at the sky. A distinctive feature of Volkswagen Arena is the lightweight membrane canopy, which not only covers the oval of the stands but also extends well beyond the structure in the corners. Inside, the 2-tiered stands can seat around 30,000 spectators, of whom those in the fan zone and the visitors sector have standing room. Opened in 2002, Volkswagen Arena was used as the venue for the 2011 FIFA Women's World Cup. The German women's national football team was eliminated from the tournament, losing 1-0 to the Japanese national team just in Wolfsburg. 8th place, Borussia-Park, capacity 54,042, Borussia Mönchengladbach. There are various ways to get to the venue. They probably know it all too well in the Ruhr Basin. The club gives detailed information on how to get to the stadium. The instruction can be read by anyone who wants to get here by car, coach or bicycle. Irrespective of the seating arrangement for domestic matches, the stadium can invariably offer 46,000 seats during international matches. In 2011, Borussia-Park was one of the biggest venues for the Women's World Cup. Numerous concerts are also held here in the summer breaks between seasons. 7th place, Europa-Park Stadion, capacity 34,700, SC Freiburg. Before construction began, 40 reports were drawn up, 25 potential sites were studied, and only the 2015 referendum paved the way for the work to start. In total, the planning of the facility took almost 11 years. The inauguration of this youngest stadium in the competition took place 3 years ago. The facility, built on a rectangular plan, catches the eye thanks to the diagonal steel supports of the roof, which transfer its weight to the outside. The south stand is where the club's most passionate fans gather, with 9,000 standing places available. At the northeast end is located a space for 3,500 visitor fans. On the west stand are the VIP areas, which can accommodate up to 2,000 people. 6th place, MHP Arena, capacity 60,058, VfB Stuttgart. The stadium was built in 1933 and has been called variously in the past. Mercedes-Benz Arena, Century Stadium, there was even a place for a German war criminal. When the Americans took over after the war, a match was played here with record attendance. The meeting between Germany and Switzerland was watched by 103,000 spectators. It is hard to find an event that has not been held in this stadium over the decades. The World Cup, the Euro and 2 Champions League finals, plus the major athletics events. The count might not have ended there, but due to the large number of European Cups finals in Germany, the 2027 Women's Champions League final will not take place here. 5th place, Arena, capacity 30,210, Bayer Leverkusen. Moving on to the top-tier stadiums on a list. The arena of the German champions, Bayer's stronghold that nobody conquered in the past season. Since the design of the new stadium was planned in the 1980s, it was based on the design of the then Ruhrstadion in Bochum, but, as you can see, it worked out much better. After renovation, the stadium was intended to resemble an aspirin tablet, but the large Bayer lettering appearing on the track failed to hang over the stadium. Such a season Leverkusen has not experienced for a long time. Wonder if, along with a match ticket, the pharmacists handed out headache pills, considering late match winners. 4th place, Red Bull Arena, capacity 47,069, RB Leipzig. Red Bull gives you wings. For the 6th time in a row, the team from Leipzig will play in the Champions League. The stadium is also very close to champion level. Following Germany's successful bid to host the 2006 World Cup, the city planned to build a new, typical football arena capable of hosting group matches inside the old Zentralstadion. The stadium has hosted major international matches in its history, as well as 5 World Cup group stage matches in 2006. In 2026, the European Conference League final will be played here. This will be the first such major event to be held in Leipzig Stadium. 3rd place, Deutsche Bank Park, capacity 58,000, Eintracht Frankfurt. For people playing football games from the EA studio, Waldstadion was one of the more hated ones, as it hosted most of the teams without their arenas in the games. But for fans of this real football, the facility is large, nicely located in a picturesque area. It often hosts American football matches, and in 2011 was the venue for the final of the Women's World Cup. Between 2022 and 2023, the capacity of the stadium increased to 58,000 spectators. In the past, the venue has hosted World Cup matches in 1974 and 2006, and the Europa League final is planned here in 2027. 2nd place, Signal Iduna Park, capacity 81,365, Borussia Dortmund. Our runner-up or home of Borussia Dortmund, finalist of the Champions League 2023-24. Back in the 1960s, there was a plan to build a new stadium in Dortmund, but the city could not afford such an investment. The city unexpectedly benefited from Cologne's dropping out of the list of host cities for the 1974 World Cup, and the money reserved for that venue went to Dortmund. The last expansion so far took place before the 2nd World Cup in the stadium's history, the one in 2006. In order to meet FIFA's expectations, the corners that had previously stood empty were built over. Thanks to its complete roofing, compact design and great visibility, as well as its amazing fans, the stadium is sometimes regarded as one of the best in the world for watching football matches. That's why, if you're still wondering whether to come here for a match, we really recommend it. 1st place, Allianz Arena, capacity 75,024, Bayern München. The definite number 1 among the editors, the surprise of the past Bundesliga season, the top 3 team. And not, after all, because of Harry Kane, who scored 36 goals in the league. Built between 2002 and 2005, Allianz Arena is one of the most modern in the world and the 3rd largest in Germany. Underneath the stadium is the largest underground car park in Europe, with a capacity of around 10,000 cars. The venue is easily accessible for fans thanks to its proximity to motorways and Munich's well-developed public transport network. The arena is known for its unique facade, which consists of some 2,874 airbags made of special foil that can be illuminated in different colors. Red stands for Bayern Munich matches and white for the German national team. At night, the stadium looks spectacular thanks to an advanced LED lighting system. Wow, we have now reached the end of our list. And what would you change in our ranking? Write your suggestions in the comments. Don't forget to like our video, leave a subscription with a bell so you don't miss out on future content, and send the video to your friends. Thanks again, and until the next video, auf Wiedersehen!